Hey, fourth grade, it's Mrs. Spears. This video is a review of the addition and subtraction stuff we've learned. We had just a little bit of mini unit on it to help us review this from last year and practice it with some of our larger numbers. I'm going to do a few problems out of your book and then a few problems on the whiteboard, just regular addition and subtraction on there. You can use a piece of paper or your notebook to do them with me. These ones you can do with me in your book, and I'm on page 57. So all three of these problems use this chart right here. You have to decide if they're addition or subtraction first, because those are the two things we're working with. But you have to decide based on the context of the problem. So the directions say, this table shows recent population data from Sacramento, California. So it has the population and it has age in years. So it's like all the kids under 5. There's 35,010 of them. Kids 5 to 9. 31,406, 10 to 14, 15 to 19, all the way up until you get 65, age 65 and over. So you have to follow what the question's asking to figure out which of these numbers you're going to use for your problem. Number 8 says, how many children are under 10 years old? So we're looking for all the children under 10. So I'm going to go up to the ages. I don't need 65 and over, 50, 64. None of these, I just need under 10. Here's 10 to 14, that's 10 and over, so I can't use those. I need all the kids who are ages 5 to 9 and all the kids who are under 5, which means I need both of these numbers. I have to figure out how many total children there are under 10, which means I have to add these numbers together. So I have 35,010 and 31,406. I'm going to add those together. 0 plus 6 is 6, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 4 is 4, comma, 5 plus 1 is 6, 3 plus 3 is also 6. But because this is a word problem, we have to label our answers as well. So how many children are under 10 years old? There's 66,416, children under 10. And that's our final for this one. How many people are between the ages of 20 and 49? So those are the ones I have to look for next. So I'm going to go ahead and erase these marks, because I don't need that information anymore for this problem. Remember, it's really helpful to cross out stuff you don't need in word problems. Otherwise, it's just a whole bunch of numbers there. It gets a little confusing. Between the ages of 20 and 49. So that's under 5. That doesn't work. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, here's kind of 20 to 34. Yep, that's between 20 and 49, so I'm going to use this one. 35 to 49, between those two, yep. And these two are too old. So I need to use both of these numbers. I need to figure out how many total people are in this age range, which means I need to add these two together. And if you aren't sure where to place things, line them up by their ones places, because this only has 5 digits. This one has 6, so you have to be careful with that. So make sure their ones places are lined up before you start adding. Otherwise, you'll add the wrong place values together. 9 plus 0 is 9. 7 plus 3 is 10. I'm going to split up my 10 by putting the ones place down here and regrouping the tens. So together, that's 10, where 7 plus 3 was. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 6 is 9, comma. 5 plus 2 is 7. 1 plus 9 is 10. Again, I'm going to split my 10 up. 1 plus 1 is 2. So there are 207,909 people between 20 and 49. How many more children are under the age of 5 than between the ages of 10 and 14? So if we go back to that information, again, I'm going to get rid of my crossouts from the last problem, figure out what I need for this problem. Okay, under the age of 5 is 35,010. And ages 10 to 14 is 30,252. They want to know how many more kids are this old compared to this old. So to figure that out, we have to subtract. We have to figure out how many more kids are here. So we figure out how much bigger this number is, and we do that through subtraction. If we were to add these together, we would be finding how many kids are under age of 5 and between the ages of 10 to 14. That's not what we're trying to find. We're figuring out how much bigger this number is, so we're using subtraction instead. So I'm going to subtract those numbers. There's more kids under 5 because that's a bigger number, so that one goes on top. And then we can subtract. There is a lot of borrowing in this, so just be careful. I have 0 minus 3 I can't do, so I'm going to borrow from the next one. I'm going to subtract 1 from this, which leaves me with 0 there, but that's okay. I'm going to put the 1 back over, regroup it back down here. Now I can do 10 minus 3 is 7. Now I have 0 minus 5. I can't do that, so I have to borrow from next door. Too small, nothing there. Got to borrow from the next one. Take 1 away from that, move the 1 to the one we just skipped over, and then we can borrow from that 10 by taking 1 away from it and adding the 1 to the number before. So now I don't have a 1 anymore, I don't have a 0 anymore, I now have 10, which I can do 10 minus 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. 4 minus 0, we can do that, and 3 minus 3 is 0. So you can either leave the 0 there or you can just cross it out. 4,757. There are 4,757 more kids under the age of 5 than there are between the ages of 10 and 14. Now again, if you got like 65,000 something, you were finding how many total kids there were. We're only trying to figure out how much more kids under 5 there are compared to the kids 10 to 14. So there are 4,757 more kids 5 and under than 10 to 14. That's how much bigger that younger group is compared to this group. All right, I'm switching over. All right, so the first problem I'm gonna do is 876,234, and then working backwards to make sure I line up my ones places. You can use the lines if they help you. And we start in the ones place and work our way over. 4 plus 0 is 4. 3 plus 9 is 12. So I'm going to split up the 12. Ones place goes down here and the tens place gets regrouped. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 9 is 12. Again, split the 12 up. Regroup. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 5 is also 12. So I'm going to split the 12 up. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So I'm going to split the 10 up. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 8 is 17, which means if we split our 17 up, the 7 goes down here, and the 1 gets regrouped to the millions place, which I know we don't have any numbers in our millions place, but if we did, they'd be over here. So that 1 just drops right down. So I've got 1, 2, 3 numbers, then a comma, 1, 2, 3 numbers, then another comma. So you may be doing some addition problems that regroup into the millions place, but that's okay. You just drop it down. There's that 17 we had from 8 plus 8 plus 1. So that's where that comes from. I'm going to try another one. All right, I've got 346,643, and then I'm going to line up my next number, starting with my ones place to make sure they're all lined up with the correct place values. Okay, I'm going to put my lines in there. Then I'm going to add, starting in my ones place. 3 plus 7 is 10, so split the 10 up. Ones place, tens place. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 9 is 15, split the 15 up. Ones place, tens place. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 4 is 11, split the 11 up. Drop my comma there. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 7 again is 14, split the 14 up. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 4 is 9. So we don't have to split anything with that one because it's just a single digit. Then we have 3 plus 9 is 12, so I'm going to split the 12 up. Ones place. Regroup the tens into the millions place, which I know there's no numbers over here, but that's okay. And then that 1 comes straight back down. So we have 2,249,150. And I'm going to do a couple subtraction problems with you, just for a little extra practice before your assessment tomorrow. So I start with 846,500. You know what? I'm going to back up just a wee bit here, because I know there's going to be some regrouping. So I like to leave myself a little space at the top for that. Otherwise I have to squeeze everything in there and it gets a little weird. Okay, and then I'm going to line them up with my ones place as I copy the problem down. Okay, putting my lines in. All right, I have 6 minus 2. I can do that because my top number is bigger than my bottom one. I have 6 M&Ms. Somebody wants to take 2 of them. That leaves me with 4. 7 minus 4 is 7 M&Ms. Take away 4 of them. Leaves me with 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. 6 minus 9, I have 6 M&Ms. Somebody wants 9 of them. I don't have enough for that person. So I'm going to borrow some from next door. Remember, we subtract 1 from the one that we're borrowing, and that 1 gets regrouped back down to the 6 to make 16. Because we're going down a place value, that 1 transforms into a 10. So 10 plus 6 is where we get the 16 from. 6 minus 9 is 7. 3 minus 5, can't do that, so I'm going to borrow from the 8. Take that down 1. We'll regroup the 1 back over here. 1 minus 5 is 8 now. We can do that because these two don't exist anymore. So 13 minus 5 is 8. And then 7 minus 7 is 0. Again, you can also just cross that out because you don't need to leave that 0 in the front. So the answer to this one is 87,234. And one more with all of those zeros in it. Remember, when you're regrouping with zeros, you don't have to regroup them twice all the time. Sometimes I see 4th graders doing that, and I think it's because they're not thinking about why they're regrouping, they're just copying what they've seen before. So make sure you think about where you have to regroup and why, and if you have to for that matter. Lines. Here we go. All right. Whew, take a breath. So I've got 0 minus 2. Don't have enough M&Ms to give to this person. So I'm going to look at the next one. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh my goodness, we have to go all the way over here. So I'm going to regroup. I'm still going to only take 1 away. And I'm going to put that 1, I'm going to regroup it down just the 1 place value. I can't go all the way back to the beginning just yet. So that 1 gets regrouped down here to make it 10. Now we can move back down here and regroup from this one. So we take 1 away from that. Give the 1 to this one. Same thing with this one. We can take 1 away. Give it to this one. Because we still have zeros we're filling in. Take 1 away. Put it with this one. 1 more 0 to fill in. Take 1 away. Give it to this one. And now we can subtract. I have 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 3 is 6. 9 minus 2 is 7. Drop the comma. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 4 is 5. And 8 minus 6 is 2. Check to make sure your answers make sense. If your answer ends up being bigger than the number you started with, then you know you did something incorrect. It definitely has to be smaller. When we're subtracting, we always end up with a smaller number than what we started with. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck on your assessment. I'll see you then.